This is not the deck I ordered. And now finally the moment I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for this deck for a while. I am so excited. I think I've talked about it for a number of times, and it's finally time to unbox it together. Honestly, I cannot wait. So this is a deck that it's incredibly, I think, because obviously I have to see here, but it's one of those decks that it's a once in a lifetime. And I noticed that for those decks, when it comes to those decks, they are quite polarizing in the sense that you don't see them around, and if you do, there'll be people saying that they either really love them or they don't necessarily hate them, but they it's not their deck, it's not a deck for them. And so it's not one of those decks that would just be part of somebody's collection and maybe gather dust on the shelves. It's very hard to open this one. Okay, I'll be right back. I mean, even the box is amazing. They really take care of just for you. Nice to meet you. Oh, thank you. I am so excited to show you this because honestly, it's so I don't want to rev it up so much. I don't want to have my hopes high because then if I don't really like it, this is not the deck I ordered. I don't know what this deck is. Oh no, oh no, oh no, the Faded I did not buy this deck. The Faded Truth Tarot, a deck and guidebook. I mean, I love the box and everything. This is awesome, but it's not the deck I ordered. Okay, let me just double check. Okay, so it looks like I have indeed ordered this deck without me even realizing that I made a mistake. So I did not want this deck. The same seller on Etsy is also selling this deck, and that's the deck that I've been talking about for I don't even know how long, that I wanted for I don't even know how long, that I really wanted to get and buy, and I bought this instead. And I wish that at this point I was able to tell you, in my defense, I was drunk. In my defense, I was really tired. In my defense, I wasn't wearing my glasses. Truth is, I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. This deck has been sold by the same seller on Etsy, so it's not like I bought a completely random deck. I had a look at the listing for this. I don't think I'm going to hate it, but honestly, this is just in tone with the shitty year that I've had so far. And I know that we're just at the end of February, so only 2 months in, but there's going to be Mercury retrograde soon. And to me, it feels like I've been in Mercury retrograde for 2 months already, and it's not even started yet for everyone else. So I really wanted the other deck. I'm not saying that I'm going to hate this one, but, and I made a mistake. I went to the order. I made a mistake. It was me, 100%. They didn't send me the wrong deck. It was just me. So I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. Let's have a look. Yeah, the Faded Truth Tarot. Timeless symbolism and structure of the RWS. Okay, well, you know what? I mean, there's no, you know, it's a 5 of Cups situation. There's no point in crying over spilled milk, right? So it happened. Sending it back, to be honest, I mean, I don't even know the country of provenance. It's gonna cost me millions. It was my mistake. It's not like I can say, hey, by the way, you sent me the wrong deck. If I want to send it back, I will have to pay for shipping myself. It's just, you know, it's another deck. It's not like I have 3 decks in my collection. So, I mean, and who knows, maybe I like it. You know what? Let's do something like this. We are going to look at this deck today. And you guys let me know in the comments below if you think I should keep it or not. Obviously, we'll have to see whether I resonate with the deck or not, whether I want to keep it. A deck and a guidebook. Okay, well, there's a guidebook as well. The Faded Truth Tarot. The Faded Truth. I haven't seen... Oh, sorry, there's something here. All that fades was never real. All that stays is what you are. All that fades was never real. Really? All that stays is what you are. Okay. Well, it's interesting. It's a chunky monkey of a guidebook, as you can see, not your usual tiny one. And it feels like it's heavily manipulated from a digital point of view. It is photography based, but there's a tint, a sepia tint, so I can see myself liking it. In any case, there's a fair bit of information here. There's also, it comes with an image interpretation, which is always good. I'm always for it, because, you know, sometimes I may miss things. I just hope that it doesn't come with all of this at the bottom of the cards. True wholeness is not about arriving anywhere, but about returning to myself. Every fragment finds its place in this moment. I no longer search, for I have become the entirety I was seeking. That's actually really beautiful. That's, I like this. It shows you that you're seeking for perfection. You're trying to seek an end to your journey through the major arcanas, and when you do arrive at the end, all that there was and all that still is related to you and you only. And I no longer search, for I have become the entirety I was seeking. It's profound. It's beautiful, but not like a cliche. It's not trivial. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not entirely sure that I like the idea of having this much text on the cards. Probably also because now I can see it, but who knows if I can read it out of the cards themselves. But in any case, there is an image interpretation, upright keywords, upright interpretation, reversed, keywords, reversed interpretation. Always happy, you know, I'm always happy about any kind of information that they want to share with me. I do believe that there might be this much at the bottom of the card. Should I trim it? That could be an option. I mean, I'm stuck with this deck anyway. I don't know. I'm not disliking it. I don't want to be negative about this deck. It was my fault. Maytime. Sorry, let me just take it out so I can read it a bit better. And take out the belly band. And by the way, the presentation, wonderful. I mean, the way in which they packaged everything that they sent it, very, very safe. This box is amazing. The guidebook is really good. The gilding is so good. Look at this color. It's a very warm orangey, almost kind of gold. So I really like it. It's a copper gold. Really, really love it. It's one of that kind of plasticky feel linen kind of cardstock, which I like because this is the one of the decks that fades out like a charm. Look at this, it's amazing. And overhand shuffling with this deck, and also probably bridge and riffle shuffle will be very easy. So let me just zoom in quickly. May time hold you gently with faded stories and tender light. May time touch your past without sorrow and guide your heart towards tomorrow. Wow. I mean, I was not expecting that. It's very deep, but very... I mean, you guys know me. I'm old school when it comes to these affirmations, you know, sometimes they sound a bit trite, sometimes they sound really corny to me. I'm also Australian. The part of myself that is Australian is also really aware of how cheesy sometimes affirmations sound. I'm the first one using them, but not the really cheesy one. But this is not cheesy, it's not corny, it's actually kind of heartwarming. I like it. Okay. Oh, it doesn't have, well, I don't understand. It doesn't have all of that stuff that is written at the bottom. Okay, well, even better. I mean, I don't think I would have liked it. So in real life, the cards are slightly darker than what you can see now through the lens. But I'll do my best to do. Oh, there's 2 fulls. Okay. There's 2 full cards. I like this one, not because it's a female, I think, but because the plant with the flower is on the top step, and in this case this person looks like they're looking behind, so I feel like there's more motion in this card. I don't know. The Magician, I mean, it's heavily, you can tell there's this heavy manipulation. Also the thing we don't want to mention, the Empress, but it's there is skill. Yeah, you can tell that there is skill for sure. The Emperor. Oh wow, a very dark Hierophant. I mean, I get it. There's a lot of decks that show you a religious figure for the Hierophant, and it's understandable. The Lovers, that's really beautiful. I like it. It's okay, so it's very film noir, you know what I mean, like 1930s kind of movies feel to the characters on the cards, and the fact that it's in sepia, it kind of encourages you to look at the cards that way. Yeah, I mean, the Strength card, really beautiful. I don't know how I feel about how dark the cards are. Like, I can't tell you, obviously, because through the lens it looks perfectly fine. In real life it's a lot darker. This tends to happen with a lot of decks, but it's fine. The Wheel of Fortune with the Hebrew letters, of course, and the Justice card that looks like a judge. The Hangman, which is actually an athlete, I would say, doing a handstand. I used to be able to do that when I was little, not anymore. And the Death card, okay. Temperance, beautiful. The Devil, powerful, very powerful, very dark. The Tower, really, really impressive. The Star card, okay. I like that it's very quiet. See, there's a bird here. At least I think it's a bird. I'm not entirely sure. I wonder if the Moon card, beautiful, very desolate kind of lands, wastelands, reminds me of a couple of video games from, like, I don't know, a dozen years ago. There was one that you were this character that you had to do your quests in a desert, and it looks exactly like this. I can't recall the title. And the Sun, Judgment. I like it. And the World card that we've seen already with the Lemniscate. And then Wands. Oh, okay, beautiful. The Two of Wands. That's really, like, striking, beautiful. I like the idea that we can see through this window, and it feels like we're looking out onto a skyline of New York, could be. But again, it really gives me this idea of film noir. You know, there's a few tropes related to film noir. So if you think about the Maltese Falcon, the movies from the 1930s, Orson Welles was really big into that, but also Humphrey Bogart, for example. So not necessarily Casablanca, but when he was the Maltese Falcon and others. So there's always this trope of the femme fatale, and there's always a spy, and there's always something, a sacrifice, a really strong sacrifice that needs to be taken. And the costumes, so the clothing looks very similar to that. I really love these 3 of Wands as well. So it's obviously imprinted on the RWS, you can definitely tell. But it does, because of this very strong sepia, and also I would say, you know, there's a play with the light. Let's say even here you can definitely tell this is 6 of Wands, and obviously the light is from here, comes from here, so there's a chiaroscuro kind of element here. You can play with the light and the shadows, of course. The 7 of Wands, really beautiful. Wow, I'm loving this 8 of Wands. I'm loving this 8 of Wands. I really like it. It does give you the sense of speed. And also personally, I always refer to it when you're down the road, you're driving at 100 miles an hour and you don't necessarily know the direction you're taking. That's the spirit of the 8 of Wands for me. So I like that this card actually reflects that. And the 9 of Wands with the person that is obviously damaged or wounded or whatever has happened to them. And the 10 of Wands makes me feel like it's an architect with all of these projects. Page of Wands, so these are the core cards. The Page of Wands, I like the fact that they have a backpack, yeah, with a motorbike, and love the kitty cat here, of course. And I don't know whether this one is, so it feels like it's, it might be a magician's wand. I don't necessarily know what this is referring to. I personally need an element in the Queen of Wands that shows me that she's the archetype of the performer. So if this could be a flute, I don't know. If anyone recognizes what this instrument is, then please let me know in the comments below. I do see that there's the Sunflowers by Van Gogh in the background, so it could be a painter, I don't know, but it needs to be the performer. Love the cat. And the King of Wands with, so it looks like he's a speaker, a main speaker at an event. So there is this idea of the suit of fire in the core card, so the externation, you know, referring to the outside to validate the inside. However, that is mostly for the Queen of Wands, not necessarily for the King, but I can still see that. Then Chalices instead of cups, we're okay with that. Oh, lovely. The 2 of Chalices. That's so lovely, really gorgeous character here. Loving the 3 as well, the atmosphere is perfectly right. Oh, and the 4 of Chalices, these look to me like bottles of water, of beer. So maybe there's that idea of, you know, when you drink to forget. There's something that doesn't feel right and you're trying to drown your sorrow, whether it's on drinking or, you know, exceeding in something. So I like this idea. And the 5 with the glasses overturned here, but there's still something up. And I love the light that is actually pointing to the fingers and the hands of this person, because it shows the stillness of movement. So I love it. Oh, that is so cute. Oh, I love this. Oh, that's so nice. It's an elderly couple, but they're still, you know, very close to each other, and they're looking at this photo of possibly of them that when they were little. That's so nice. I like it. Again, with this bottle, the 7 of Chalices, you don't know which one to take. Yeah, fair enough. Right. But there's still this idea, you know, this could be a painting from Edward Hopper, for example. It gives me that kind of idea. Ella Hopper would have been perfect as a publicist. Now, of course, is a fantastic painter, but as a joke, he could have been a perfect publicist for those paintings associated with the film noir, because it's really the elements, you know, that they're all there. The 8 of Chalices, yeah, leaving, you know, you're taking the train, leave everything behind. Yeah, love it. The 9, okay, I like the idea. There's so obviously she's an athlete. That's what we're thinking, and she's won several prizes, but she's still crossing her arms over her chest, which is showing some discontent. So the 9 points to the plenitude of the 10. Love it. And the birthday. So it was my birthday, but something horrible happened this week. I told my members, because I have no secrets for them, so I will spare you, but I did not get to celebrate squat for my birthday because something really nasty happened, and I'm trying to solve it now. It wasn't my fault. But, you know what I say, it's not your fault, but it is your problem. There you go. So the 10 with, oh, really cute page as well. Look how cute this is. Oh, I love that, because I used to use this, you know, those donut shaped kind of inflatables that, you know, you had to go in the sea with them, because otherwise I would have drowned. I would have drowned like a sack of potato. The Knight of Chalices, gorgeous. You know, also I like this idea of the head like that, and the rose, yeah. And the Queen of Chalices, don't really understand this. Feels like it's a write-up, perhaps, I don't know. Oh, very, very good King of Chalices, loving this. Gives me very Hemingway vibes, you know, The Old Man and the Sea, For Whom the Bell Tolls. And Hemingway himself looks more or less like this guy. So really, really liking this one. Really beautiful, love it. Love this card, love this idea of this portrait. And then swords, so look, because the suit of sword is my favorite suit. So if they mess it up, they mess it up. But so far, it's actually a surprise. 2 of Swords. You know what? I like that she's not carrying them. She's not holding the swords. It's almost as if she were taking a moment. She just put them aside for now. You know what I mean? The 3 of Swords. Okay, this is how I felt for my birthday. My heart was broken and it was raining outside. It wasn't. It was 35 degrees and 90% humidity, but that's the idea. I don't know what do you think about this 3 of Swords? I'm liking it because it's not the usual pierced heart. And it's not a lazy 3 of Swords. And I like that it's raining, but I also feel that because we're meant to be looking outside, this table is in front of a window, so we're meant to be looking outside. Maybe there is a way out. The 4, yeah, take some rest, lie on the couch. The 5 of Swords, loving this one, like a poker game. It feels like it's a poker game, and it feels like there's this personality that is probably cheating, you know what I mean? So cheating is perfect for the 5 of Swords, because the 5 of Swords portrays you in a situation where you cannot win. Like, no matter what you do, you cannot win. So loving the 6 of Swords as well. 7 of Swords, yeah, I like that. There's someone stealing, maybe it's corporate espionage, you know what I mean? 8 of Swords, beautiful. I love also the fact that these characters don't look eternally young, you know, like in some decks, so I actually appreciate this. 9 of Swords, very typical 9 of Swords, very typical 10 of Swords as well. Even though I will have to say I like the fact that the swords stop just maybe 1 inch over the person. They don't actually, you know, hit the person. The Page of Swords, love it, because the fact that they're using a binocular, whatever that is called, is perfect for me. You are seeking the truth. So obviously you're also using this lens. Love it. Wow. Oh my goodness. This is gorgeous. Like a pilot of a jet, fighter jet or something like that. Love it, love it, love it. But they're sitting. They're ready. The cockpit is open. They're ready to go, but they're sitting there. Oh, I love this. I love this. And they're looking ahead of them. Oh, really, really good. So the Queen of Swords, I care about the Queen of Swords a lot because it is my significator. It looks like it's a person that is reading out of... Okay, can I just say something? Am I completely wrong? I might be completely wrong, but to me, it looks like it might be someone reading braille. You know what I mean? So it might be a visually impaired person reading out of a book that has been printed in braille. Because it feels like she's actually touching the text, the pages. I could be completely wrong, but if it were like that, I loved it because it does remind me of the idea that the Queen of Swords chooses not to see. The Queen of Swords has a clear, as much as it can get, vision. So she can tell the bullshit, she can tell the black from the white and everything, but chooses compassion instead. It's a choice. And so she is becoming visually impaired. I think there's something to it, but I could be wrong. Maybe it's not. You know what? We do have a guidebook. So at this point, because I hope I didn't communicate too much of a letdown at the beginning because it was not the deck that I wanted. However, it's actually a good deck. I think I was lucky. Okay, the Queen of Swords. It says here, my sword is not for battle, but to draw the line, to keep myself whole, to see through all things and still be kind. Love this. Aww. To hold pain, yet never let it steer me. This is my grace. Okay, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Shit. Wow, I mean, a woman scholar, wisdom, intellect and authority, books on the desk, knowledge, logic and discernment, sword on the table, truth, clarity and the power of words, calm, focused demeanor, rationality and fairness. So let me just read what it says here, upright interpretation. The Queen of Swords represents mental clarity, independence and the pursuit of truth. She is a figure of intellect and reason, unafraid to speak her mind and stand up for what is right. This card symbolizes fairness, honesty, and the ability to make decisions with clarity and wisdom. The Queen of Swords encourages you to trust your intellect, seek the truth, and communicate your thoughts clearly and assertively. That's not like the usual way to see the Queen of Swords. I mean, I would expect it. And obviously the reverse one is cold and emotional detachment. Get it? I get it. But this, let me just reread it. My sword is not for battle, but to draw the line, to keep myself whole, to see through all things and still be kind, to hold pain, yet never let it steer me. This is my grace. I'm going to write it down. This is going to be accompanying me for a long time. Love it, love it. If my mistake brought me to just, even if I didn't like the deck, which I actually do, if I wanted to send it back, this sentence is worth the mistake that I made. The idea that there is this pain, and the pain is still there. She doesn't deny it, she acknowledges it, but she doesn't let it drive her. That is lovely. King of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, beautiful Two of Pentacles, gorgeous Three of Pentacles. My goodness, how beautiful is this card? I love it. And 4, yeah, keep everything to your chest. And 5, beautiful with the snow. This one reminds me so much of Dr. Zhivago, the movie. At the end scene basically. If you know, you know. I wouldn't recommend watching it. It's like 7 hours long. 6 of Pentacles. No, it's probably just 2.5. 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, get it. And there's I don't know if you can see there's a scale here. So quite interesting, the idea of there's a scale. No, you know, you're right or wrong by giving back. I don't know. Then the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, very typical. Very typical. The 8 of Pentacles. Yeah. 9 of Pentacles, also very typical. And the 10 of Pentacles, that's the Sephiroth. Okay, I had a bit of a confusion in my mind here, because to me these characters look like they're looking towards the tower, whatever this tower is. However, the dog is clearly looking towards me. So I don't understand whether everyone is looking towards the tower and just the dog is looking towards me, or they're all looking towards me. I cannot tell. This is really weird. I'm not entirely sure that I like this 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles is one of the most positive cards on the deck. Even if you have a darker deck, the 10 of Pentacles should be pointing to something positive. So maybe they just they are looking towards this tower as their next, you know, it's a family. It could be a family, an extended family, and they are moving to the tower. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Love this Page of Pentacles. Look at the face of the kid. Or just really like, I don't know, like a little rascal, you know, mischievous. And the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, okay, well, doesn't give me much sense of discipline, but I like it. The Queen of Pentacles, beautiful, with all the flowers. Yeah, love it. And the, oh, really powerful King of Pentacles as well. So I would say, ironically, that yes, this was clearly a mistake. I ordered this deck instead of the other one that I wanted, and but at the end of the day, I've been really lucky because I actually love this deck. I don't know whether I love it as much as I would have loved the other one. I cannot know. But let me know what you think in the comments below. I mean, this is totally new. It's the Faded Truth Tarot. The sentences at the bottom of the cards here are very intense. Let me just read the Devil, because I've had the Devil Stalker card last year. Not anymore. It's not stalking me anymore, but you never know. So the chains never truly helped me. Fear and desire were prisons of my own making, like the 8 of Swords basically. When I saw through their lie, I discovered freedom had been here all along. Yeah, it's beautiful. So the concept might not necessarily apply 100% to what I would like to see for the Devil, but I get it. If that, let me just check the 8 of Swords then, because this is an 8 of Swords for me. So what do they write on the 8 of Swords? It was never the rope that bound me. That's very similar. But the stories I kept telling myself. What? That's so deep. Freedom was never out there. It was waiting in the moment I chose to see. Okay, that's more like it, but it was never the rope that bound me, but the stories I kept telling myself. You know, like when you make up excuses for yourself for not doing something. Okay. So, I don't usually rate a deck, but this deck is probably a 7 out of 10. I like it, but it's not my favorite. It's very dark in person, and I do feel there's a lot of manipulation here on the images. However, this guidebook is probably a 10 out of 10. My God, I mean, seriously, let me just find even the 5 of Wands. Let me just read it quickly. Sparks fly, and only then do I see where my edges are. Conflict is no obstacle, it is the forge that tempers my will. Through friction with others, my true stance is shaped. That's very good, that's very good. I wonder, maybe that 10 of Pentacles, just to see what the message was. Wholeness is never a destination for one alone. It travels through generations like a river that remembers. I inherit what was built and begin what will be. All that we do continues. It gets my like 10, literally 10 out of 10 for the sentences here. It's amazing. The deck is not my favorite. I mean, I like the concept, I love the photos, some of them are really, really good, very powerful. I love this tower. But it's very dark in person. I wish you could actually see how dark it is, but it doesn't. It's actually looking so much better through the lens. This Eight of Wands is awesome. I wish I could, you know, enlarge it, blow up, and hang it on the wall. I love this card. And this one, the Knight of Wands. In any case, let me know what you think in the comments below. I have never seen this deck. I ordered it by mistake. It was my mistake. It was not sent by mistake. I actually ordered it. I'm not even thinking about sending it back, honestly. It just no, I have no energy for sending it back, but I don't think I will, because let me tell you this, I'm gonna try and work with it and then I'll let you know. But let me know in the comments below what you think. This deck that I talked so much about, and it was a completely different deck. It happens, guys, it happens.